And welcome. I'm Randy Bueller, joined by Steven Menendian. Welcome, Steven.
Great to be here.
We're at Eternal Weekend, but we're recording this on Friday, where the highlight of the Friday schedule is an old school Magic tournament. Might be the highlight of the weekend for me, because I actually get to play in the thing. This is Steven's deck, and I mean, the cards are just, they're gorgeous, they're ancient. Tell us first, what is this format, this old school Magic format?
This is the format for nostalgia, for players who haven't had an opportunity to play with some of these cards in years, if not decades. People who like Legacy, people who like Vintage, but long for the days of playing with Serendib Efreet and Juzam Jin, cards that had just been bypassed by more recent
so every card had to exist before the end of 1994.
For this tournament.
For this tournament. It's 93-94 Magic is the name some people give to this variant. Cards had to be up, so you basically get cards up through Fallen Empires, and then the core sets, obviously. And you can play versions of those cards that got printed later, as long as, and this is hilarious, I mean, these people take their collections very seriously. They have to be original art, and they have to be original frame. So that foreign black bordered Tundra, that's fair game. And even the revised counterspell I see here, I'm surprised to see a revised counterspell.
Randy, you're embarrassing me.
Look, I have them in my deck too, and they are embarrassing. So I was happy to see I'm not the only one. I got plenty of pimped out counter spells. They're just not original art, original frame. Oh, the Korean one. I like the Korean one. That guy's very attractive. Anyway, here, we'll put this on top. Cover up the white border guy. So your approach to old school Magic is kind of hateful. Did Blood Moons, Energy Flux. What aren't you supposed to let this format supposed to be fun?
Oh, it is fun. And it's so much fun when your opponent can't do anything, when you have Blood Moon in play. And when you're attacking with Serendib Jin, which might be my favorite card in this entire deck.
The Jin, not the Efreet.
Not the Efreet.
The Efreet is a 3/4 for 2 and a blue. That guy's good, and for him, he's your Delver?
That's exactly right. He's my Delver.
All right. Cost a little extra, but I mean, it was the 90s. The creatures weren't quite as efficient. Serendib Jin, though, so 5/6 for 4.
The same casting cost as Juzam in terms of total overall mana.
There you go, but he's got more toughness.
He's 5/6. It costs 7 mana to fireball that thing, which people have had trouble with today.
Very nice. So, big picture, this is what, blue-red tempo control, kind of the aggro control?
The recipe for this deck is my attempt to distill the most efficient and most hateful and best counter magic and burn in the format and best creatures in the blue-red colors, which allow me to get both Blast, the red blast, which might be one of the best cards in the entire format.
Blue is just the best color. Main deck red blast is a thing.
Blood Moon. And the one hate card I really wanted to run, but I couldn't make room for because of my suite, is City in a Bottle, which is also a nightmare for this format, because even if you're running the Chronicle City of Brass, City in a Bottle destroys it.
It's got an Arabian Nights expansion symbol on it.
That's right.
Hilarious. So 10 burn spells, Chain Lightnings, Lightning Bolts, and then no ground creatures, so you get to run Earthquake.
And I have Sonic Blast.
Oh, Side Blast, of course.
Yeah. Right, Earthquake, clear the board against White Weenie, Black Weenie, Zoo, you name it, clear the ground and swing from the air. I also have triple factories in there that both block and do a little bit of damage.
Yeah, the colorless lands in this format are really good. So 3 Mistress Factories here, 3 Strip Mines, and a library. That's a lot of lands to tap for colorless, which I guess is part of the reason why you're actually only 2 colors here.
That's right.
And a lot of the control decks are more, keeper style or the deck, a la Brian Weissman, and go, I'll have a little green mana for a regrowth and all 5 colors potentially.
It's incredibly tempting. I mean, who doesn't want to play with Demonic Tutor and regrowth and Swords to Plowshares and Moat and all the great colors that aren't in blue but that you get to play with in the 4 or 5 color control deck? So I've decided to be the bad guy and prey on that.
Trying to keep people honest. What do you go to 3 Blood Moons after sideboarding?
That's right.
3 Energy Flux?
And the Energy Flux is really powerful against both the artifact-based strategies, which predominate in the format, but also the strategies that are just trying to play things like Jayemdae Tome and Disrupting Scepter, tie up their mana and go to town.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I see you've actually only got 2 Moxes in the deck for that reason.
Exactly right.
All right, so walk me through what a good draw looks like.
Ooh.
When the game's going well, what are you actually able to accomplish?
Well, I think what I really want to, besides the restricted cards, what I really want is I want a counterspell, and the mana to play it early on. I also would like a burn spell, because it's often the case that someone's going to try and run out something quick, and I've lost to Savannah Lions, clergy of the Holy Nimbus beatdown. Just even 1/1s or 2/2s can really do a lot of damage. So you want a mixture of counter magic, one of my counter spells, a burn spell, and ideally one creature, that I can deploy and get down there. I also really want to strip mine. There's just, strip mine is just a totally unfair card, and there's a good chance that you can just take out the one key color and leave them hanging.
Yeah, the fact that strip mine is unrestricted does make adds some variance to the format, shall we say?
Definitely.
Well, I mean, there's some skill to the card. You have to decide to put it into your deck, I guess.
You also have to decide which land to hit.
No, that's
when
totally
to hit
fair.
it. I mean, there's games where you may decide that, hey, I need that strip mine to play this Serendipity, and then get the tempo boost by strip mining them the next turn.
The sweetest one of in this deck, though, I don't know. I'm guessing we have the same choice for the sweetest one of. I have this in my deck as well. I've not gotten to put a hole in anybody's head, but Amnesia. You have gotten to put holes in people's heads?
I put multiple holes in heads so far, and
I'm so jealous.
Every time it's won the game. It's been, and we've all had we've all had a good laugh afterwards, when their opponent empties their hands and frowns. But it's got that flavor to it. It's got that old school vibe, and people here, they just roll with it, even though it's totally devastating.
Yeah, it's 6 mana sorcery, but knocking all the spells out of somebody's hand, worth it.
Good game.
Good game indeed. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, Mana Drain would often set that up. Mana Drain is restricted in this old school Magic format, so blue's still the best color, even with arguably its best card restricted. Well, its best not always restricted card restricted.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything to diminish people's enthusiasm for playing the control decks, but it does, I think, create a lot more diversity and balance in the format.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot now. I want you to pick up this card.
Can everyone see this?
Chaos Orb. Totally legal in the format. 2 mana. Now, it does have a errata where you're not forcing people to play with their cards spread out. It is target card. So basically, you pick the thing you want to blow up, you hold it at least a foot above the ground, above the table, and then flip it. Has to rotate 360 degrees and hit. How good are your chaos skills?
Well, I'll make a deal with you. I'll do it, but you have to do it too.
All right, I'm 2 for 2 today.
Okay.
I think that's 2 for 2 lifetime, by the way. Chaos Orb was long since banned by the time I started
Randy,
playing.
you missed out.
I did. I did not get to play with Chaos Orb.
Luckily, we have this format. So
what are we blowing up? The Scepter?
Yeah, let's do the Scepter.
The evil Disruptive Scepter is going to destroy our hand. 2 mana, 1 and sack it.
So the height has to be at least 1 foot.
Yep.
So do you think that's a foot?
Maybe a little more. It's about right.
All right, here we go.
Wow, you've got some technique. You're holding it and then tapping the side?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I'm just a little.
I'm glad we got that on camera.
There you have it. Old school Magic. It's incredibly fun. I mean, it's just not just the nostalgia of getting to dust off these old cards, but just getting the mindset, getting to put yourself back in that time when just so many of the cards that dominate vintage tournaments or any other format tournaments just didn't exist. And you're like, okay, this is what we got to work with. How does the format work? I've been having a blast. You seem like you're having a blast.
People, I think I'm hyperactive. I'm so excited. It's just such a joy to play.
I can't believe I missed my perfect streak. Well, there you have it. Old school Magic. If you want to play blue-red, if you want to be a little hateful, I think Steve's got a pretty good setup here in terms of deck. You're 4-0 as we record this, right?
That's right.
So maybe we'll be reporting on you winning this tournament.
And I'm looking forward to your deck tech.
Oh, yeah. I'm 3-1. I definitely have been enjoying my deck as well. So we'll bring that one to you later. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Randy Buehler signing off for Steve Menendian.